Welcome to the Arizona Pickleball League podcast, presented by Jigsaw Health. It's fun to feel good.
Good evening, Arizona Pickleball family. Welcome to the Week 10 post-game podcast. I'm Ashley Leroux, and I'm here with the Orchard security guy.
Hello, everybody.
And this evening's MVP, Michael Loyd of the Peoria Pythons. How are you feeling, Michael?
Feeling great. I mean, I was sick all week. Wasn't sure how I was going to be feeling, or sick all of last week, but, figured it out. Glory to God. Thanks to all my teammates. Thanks for everybody that showed up and watched. And happy Mother's Day. Happy belated. love my mom.
That's awesome. Well, you certainly didn't play like you were sick out there tonight. You came out with a mission, with a vengeance. I actually called you a wrecking ball at some point during the match. Especially in that quarter two when you came out, you guys were on fire. You did call a timeout at some point. It seemed like something was agitating you, or...
I just had to get my mic settled up. I was wearing a mic
for the documentary.
Yeah, for the documentary. I had to get that figured out, and then back to just being a wrecking ball.
Right. Well, yeah, that would be quite distracting, I think, if something was like awkward about whatever you had strapped on.
We figured it out. Yeah, got it all situated.
Well, good. Orchard security guy, how was your evening? How were things from your view out there?
It was really good. We had just one instance tonight where the chicken was thrown. I happened to be in the back of the room just doing a food check. I was on the stage, chicken I saw, started blowing the whistle, caught a gal's shirt as I was coming around the corner, and I apologize if I ripped that at all for her. Scared her a little bit, had to calm her, still blowing the whistle at the same time, but still made it out onto the court in time. So just a little stressed, but that's what we train for. So
yeah, the show must go on.
Yes. Hopefully her shirt's going to be okay.
I'm sure it's fine.
I checked after that we got the chicken situated. I did come back and check with her. She did not think it was ripped, but she couldn't see it.
We should give her a Peoria Python shirt just to make up for it.
That's a good idea.
You know what? I would imagine someone from the staff probably did just that.
That's awesome.
That would be very on brand.
It makes sense.
So you had a new player on your team tonight.
We didn't.
The opposing
Sorry.
team.
Yeah,
the opposing team. What was it like playing against Mini Ninja?
So I've actually played tons of rec with her. She plays with Kyle Kazuda a lot in the mixed tournament. So a lot of times when we're traveling, me and my mixed partner will play a lot of rec games against them just to get ready for the tournament. So I was pretty familiar with her game. And Jess has played her a ton too back in the day. So we were able to kind of build a game plan going into it, knowing that she was going to be filling in for Angie this week.
Yeah. Well, that helps that you weren't just coming in blind. And
Yeah, absolutely.
Because she was impressive.
Absolutely.
It was fun
she
to
balled.
watch.
Yeah, crazy athletic, has amazing defense. She, just extends points over and over again. And we knew that coming in, so that was one thing that we told ourselves. Was just hey, she's going to have a lot of crazy gets. It's fine. Stay calm. Just, think about that next ball and then go from there.
Yeah. One thing that really stands out about your performance tonight, among many things, but that serve of yours is brutal. How much time have you spent drilling that serve?
A lot. And, credit to Nico. Nico Montoya is one of my best friends, not only in the league, but in Arizona. He and I are just out there drilling, hours and hours each week. He's the guy that, we're just hitting baskets of serves back and forth together, just experimenting with different looks, different spins, and things like that. It was actually something that, when I came into the game, a lot of people deterred me from because, I was missing a lot and, I hadn't really dialed it in yet. But, I think I only missed, 2 serves tonight and got however many free points or short serves and stuff like that. So I think as the game continues to evolve, more people are going to, pay attention to that serve, and that's definitely something that, I take pride in.
Yeah.
Did you have a new one tonight? I thought I saw more of the deep one that you always have, but there was more of a spin one as well. Have you been working on that one?
Yeah,
or is that
so
something new this
I've
week?
had that one in the chamber for a while, but I wasn't like really confident in it yet. And the reason why I wasn't confident in it is because like I could hit it, but I couldn't hit the multiple spots. And so I was waiting until I could kind of, make you pay and guess with the slice. And that was like when I decided to bring it out. And so now I feel comfortable hitting both corners. I can drop it short and kind of make it this weird like drop shot. I can also, as you kind of saw tonight, I had a couple where like it looks like it's going to be a nasty Nelson, but it spins back in and lands.
Yeah.
And that's always kind of a throw off because what I'm doing there is I'm using your partner to hide the ball from you because it's a weird angle because the ball path is coming through their partner's chest and then all of a sudden it's on your service box and you got to deal with it.
You didn't even see it coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Matt Staggers and I sitting back here this evening were saying, I really just don't envy the person on the other side of that serve. It's just intimidating.
Yeah.
What was your guys? So you guys were down 12-8 after first quarter, went on a big run. Did you and Jess talk about anything different than what you already had planned against the other two? Or because you were down, did some things change?
Not really. I mean, we're fortunate enough to where like we can play at different paces. I think our preferred pace is pretty fast, and obviously that helps when you're down any amount of points. So like 4 points, I'm totally comfortable with that going into that. I know that we've got time to get that back. I think within the first 45 seconds or something like that, we had 3 missed returns and we were already back down to 1. So Jess and I, we're calm. We know what we can do, and we just said, hey, like stick to the plan. We know what we want to do, and really all it is about executing in those moments. And I thought we did a great job in that quarter. And, Jess doesn't get enough credit for a lot of the stuff that she does as well. I think you see me running around like a madman and it looks really flashy, but there's a lot of times where Jess is digging up balls, hitting crazy gets, and also knowing when to kind of move out of the way too. That's a nuanced thing for the girls, is to know like, okay, when is it my ball? When is it time to step back? And Jess does a phenomenal job. She never gets frustrated with me whenever I'm, doing my thing and maybe making a few errors. She's always the one that's like telling me, hey, keep going. You're going to get the next one. And so not enough credit to Jess.
She's a great team player.
Absolutely. She's a beast.
And plenty of setups for you just to put them away.
Yeah. She does it over and over again. I'm a lot of times getting the flash, but she's the one, doing the hard work and pulling her weight until I can do something at
She's
the
the
end.
one kind of behind the scenes making it all happen. But
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, it takes 2, right?
Yeah.
So then how the strategy changed. Going into the fourth, obviously you guys were up.
Yeah.
So it always, when we watch, it looks like you get fast pace is the preferred for you guys.
Yeah.
What did you and Ryan talk about then to start the fourth?
Yeah, absolutely. Slowing it down a little bit. We still we want to utilize my drive, regardless of time, and I'm still going to serve big regardless of time. So that was never going to change. It was more so hey, mix in some drops here and there. We know that even if they are playing well, which they obviously did in Q4, they took it to us and won by 7 points. But we just said if we can change up the pace in different spots, they just won't have enough rhythm or enough time to get back into it. And so even though they played amazing, we know we had a lead to work with, and we were okay with giving up points here and there on longer rallies. Obviously, we'd like to come out on top of every single one of them.
Yeah.
But they played great, and we did what we had to do to make sure that we got the team win.
Yeah, it did seem like you were playing quite a bit slower in that fourth quarter. I mean, it makes sense that you would.
Absolutely, which is one of my favorite things about this league. It's I grew up playing basketball and football before I played tennis or any other racket sport, and I the gamemanship, working with the clock, being aware of what you need to do in those different situations, and obviously different time requires different strategy. They were pressing and playing very fast, and I think it was benefiting them. Nico's a guy that I've played majority of my tournaments this year, so I know that he likes that fast pace. We thrive in that environment in the tournament situations, and so I knew that if I gave that to him the entire time, he was going to do really well with that. Obviously, he still did a good enough job, but we were able to keep that lead.
Yeah. Wow.
So next week, Gilbert Gladiators, correct?
Absolutely, yeah.
Somebody I think you haven't played before, maybe not.
I mean, we've played Gilbert. We haven't played this Gilbert, right?
Yes.
So it's a different team. They've got Lucas. They've got a healthier Chris, so that's a different situation. And then they've got Ashley Candelaria, which is, a girl I'm really high on. She's a great player. she's different because of the look that she has with her reach and things like that. So she's going to be somebody that we're going to have to be aware of. We've got great girls too, though. We've been doing such a good job. I'm not sure that we've lost a Q3. Jess and Takako have been holding it down pretty much every single time. They even beat Tempe.
Yeah.
So we're really confident going into that. I got the opportunity to be here, commentate, and watch a lot of Lucas's game. So a little bit more familiar with him. Trev and I will go back to the drawing board, kind of look into what we need to do against them. But I think it's really going to come down to our mixed quarters and then that third quarter. That's always really important. So we'll be putting an emphasis on that. But yeah, really excited for it, and it'll be a challenge.
Yeah.
So 0-0, when you guys mix up or you guys play and talk about things, strategy any different now? Because it's basically win or go home playoff season.
Yeah, I mean, I think it doesn't change too much. We've gotten here playing our game with 3-1. I think that speaks volumes for itself. But I think it's also understanding the moment as well. There's going to be a lot of pressure because, like you said, it's 0-0. It's win or go home. It's one match and then it's done. I think we'll play our best pickleball by, sticking to our own individual strengths and then using those strengths to build a strategy as a unit. And luckily for us, a lot of those strengths, fit right in next to each other. And we've been playing good all season, and I expect, no different coming next week.
Yeah. Your team always seems to have such great energy. Just your vibe, it's positive energy. You guys just encourage each other. It's a really cool team spirit that you have going, and I think that's one of your biggest strengths.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the team style format?
Oh, I absolutely love the team style format. I mean, even like I said, I played basketball and football growing up. Those are my first sports. I didn't play tennis until I was in high school. And my goal with tennis was never the pro route or anything like that. I was just trying to make it to college tennis and to get to that team environment. That's what my biggest goal was. And then my biggest goal in pickleball has been to, get to the highest level, but also to play these team formats, do this, play other team formats. And I think that's something that I thrive in. I really think that I'm somebody that can bring the best out of people, and people around me tend to bring the best out of me. So whenever I have, Takako, Jess on the sideline in that fourth quarter to lean on, that's incredibly helpful. When I've got Amy, calming me down at the right moments, that's awesome too. And it's also, it's more than just Tuesday night and when we're playing, we're constantly in the group chat talking to each other. And we're friends off the court too. We're talking about, things beyond just pickleball, updating each other on each other's lives. And I get a text every other day saying, "Michael Loyd, I love you, you're a beast," and all this other stuff. And so awesome. He's just obsessed with pickleball. He's obsessed with the team environment. Yeah. And I just have so many good people around me that it's impossible not to have fun in this format.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, fun is one of our main priorities around here, so I'm really happy to hear that you're having fun in this Arizona Pickleball League.
Yeah, great job tonight. You had a question about the jewelry, I think?
Yeah, I am curious. I mean, you wear the same jewelry every time. Do you wear that on and off the court as well?
Yeah, on and off the court. I've got a ton of crosses. It's my thing. It's funny that you ask because I left the ring at home today. It was my first time in a long time working from home on a Tuesday, and so it threw off my whole schedule. I took a shower at a random time, forgot to put the ring on. I was halfway here, and I just turned around because I was no, I need my jewelry, I need my stuff.
Yes.
I've got crosses on the earrings. I've got cross tattoos and all this other stuff, and definitely a man of faith. And so I love my jewelry. I love to showcase it, and it's always a nice little conversational piece. People ask about it, and I just like it. And so.
That's awesome. Well, and you didn't need the leaving the ring at home just kind of nagging in your head of
Absolutely.
God, I don't have all my stuff.
Yeah. I'm not a superstitious guy or anything like that, but I just have I don't know. You could call it rituals or something.
Yeah.
I like to keep things the same.
It's your uniform.
Yeah, exactly. So I just like keeping things in check. And had to turn back, texted Amy. I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna be 20 minutes late, but
it'll be worth it.
This will be worth it." So
because I'm gonna be the MVP, but I need this ring to do it.
Ended up working out, So I think I'll just double check next time before I'm leaving that I got it all figured out.
Good. You have to have a little checklist before you leave the house.
And it's funny that you asked that too, because last time I played, I wear a gold earring and a silver earring.
Oh, I never noticed that.
I actually had my gold earring break last week. and I didn't get to play with it. I had to order another set, and now we're back, and everything's back in order.
So do you think that might have thrown you off a little bit?
I think subconsciously, yeah. Just like I like things being the same.
I knew it was something.
Yeah. So, and then I also had the the motivation with you calling me the potential player to watch. So I had to show up. Like you said, I was thinking about that last match pretty much for way more hours than I'd like to admit. But I'm the type of guy where, like, if I mess up, and I felt like I messed up, my team balled out last time. They set me up perfectly. I just didn't execute. And so I told the group, I was like, hey, I'm coming back next time, and it's going to be a little better. So
yeah. I knew it. You just don't seem like the kind of guy that would take a game like that where you didn't perform your best and just not do everything in your power to drill, to practice, to just grind so that you show up and you prove something the next time you're out on the court.
That's the good thing about pickleball is, like, there's always another game, and
that's true.
You can get back to the grindstone and figure things out.
Yep. Everybody has a bad game here and there. Everybody has the best game here and there. It's just
100%.
just how it goes, and it's how you treat those experiences and how you learn from them, right?
Yeah. And when you have a great team like the Peoria Pythons sitting around you, it's easy to bounce back.
Exactly. Speaking of learning things, have you heard of cold plunging?
I have. I actually used to, like, religiously cold plunge back in college because I was, like, a known cramper. So, like, wish I would have had some Jigsaw health back in the day. Yeah, it's supposed to, like, help, like, with muscle recovery and things like that to, actually bring your body back to where it needs to be. I haven't done as much cold plunging as, like the Kyles and Craig Johnsons of the world these days. And Orchard Security. I heard you were on it as well.
Yes.
But I am still taking some cold showers here and there. I heard scientifically it's kind of the same, but to be honest, I feel like the cold plunge is another level. So I need to get back on that. I have access to a cold plunge. I just maybe I'm a little scared of it these days. But my coach used to, like, make me. I didn't have a choice, and so now I'm like, no, I don't have to.
Well, I think if you just play outdoors in Phoenix, and basically starting now at like 3:00 in the afternoon for a couple of hours, it might be a welcome surprise to just jump in an ice bath.
That's fair. Maybe I just need to have OSG keep me accountable, and we'll start cold plunging together.
I can do that.
Okay. Different tubs, but same time.
Yeah. We'll take care of that.
Perfect.
Great job tonight.
Thanks, OSG.
That was awesome.
Well, on that note, what do you have to help us go to sleep tonight?
Well, pickleballers, I got called out to work at a golf clinic early this morning. And, of course, I couldn't get there in time till after the 214-point inspection here at the Orchard. But when I was there, I kind of noticed how golfers prepare for shots. And pickleballers should maybe incorporate some of those catchy acronyms that they use all the time. For instance, PGA, Professional Golfers Association of America. But they use it a little differently for instructional purposes. Used as posture, grip, and alignment. All of them critical elements in improving your game. So I thought to myself, what 3 things pickleballers should use? Overheads. You gotta have a good overhead to put the ball away. Spin. Important to learn how to spin the ball on the returns, maybe on the serves, but again, no spin serves. And finally, gimbal cam. It's the 8K camera we use here at Tuesday Night Pickleball. Yeah, that's the best footage you'll want to replay all the winners that I just hit. Oh, and I guess you can see and use OSG. Until the next episode.